We're here with San Jose State quarterback Xavier Ward. Xavier, year 2 here in San Jose.
Yes, sir,
Just talk to me about the confidence with this offense, spread and shred. You know, last year kind of an adjustment period for all parties involved. So just talk to me about fall camp here and year 2 in this system.
No, absolutely. No, first off, I love the system. It's really a mastermind behind it. Coach Stutz, I've been knowing him for a minute. I was with him in Washington State in 2021, of course. So, like I said last year, it's a great experience to be able to come back and be in spread and shred. And honestly, I'm just so excited for what we can do this year. It's like we got so many weapons on the outside. We got the run game. Our O-line is popping, you know what I mean? So it's all about putting it together, just doing what we're coached to do, because if we do what we're coached to do, we're going to score touchdowns. And that's just the name of the game. I think we can go for 50, 500 a game, you know what I mean? So we're very capable of that, and I'm just excited to keep on going with these guys, keep being a good teammate.
Yeah, everyone probably maybe hitting the panic button in a sense. No Nash, no Lockhart, but Coach Ken has kind of preached like, hey, we got more depth on this wide receiver room.
Absolutely.
Just do you agree with that sentiment in a way? And
absolutely.
Just talk to me about the upside of that group as a whole.
No, yeah, for sure. Nash and J-Lock, they were great receivers, but I think now we got the depth. Coach Ken always talks about how there's phases to our process, right? And back in January, we went out and got some guys. We got some more guys, a few more guys recently, just in June now, and I think that we got all the tools we need. We got all the tools we need out on the perimeter. They're all making plays from the top to the bottom. You know what I mean? The young guys are learning. They're learning fast. They got ability, and I think that that's really one of our best assets right now is the depth we have out in the perimeter. And it's just the brotherhood over there. You can see like they really ride for each other. They celebrate each other's touchdowns. You know what I mean? They celebrate each other's wins. And I think that if we keep that head of steam going, that momentum, we're gonna have a great season.
The battle for the QB2 job.
Yeah.
I mean, how much has a guy like Robert McDaniel that's came in, around the springtime, really, challenged you in a way as a quarterback to improve and get better? Absolutely.
No, yeah, I think, between all three of us, Tama, Rob, me, we're all brothers. That's first and foremost, right? And so I think that's the biggest thing is we light a fire under each other's asses, and we keep each other going. We motivate each other. We help each other. That's number one. I came from a few different QB rooms where, older guys wouldn't necessarily want to help, guys that came in. And I think that that's what's special about us. We're all very helpful to each other, and we're all teammates at the end of the day. We never withhold information. We're always in there watching film together, and we're like this first and foremost, like teammates. And so it's may the best man win at the end of it.
Yeah, I know last year's in the past, and I know it was a big-time battle between Walker and Emmett Brown, and just the musical chairs of that situation. I mean, you came in the Fresno game last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they always say stay ready and be ready, but kind of you maybe kind of threw you with the curveball there that you came in that ball game.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think that's probably one of the hardest jobs in sports. Obviously, being the quarterback. But being the backup that's got to be ready at all times is probably, just as hard in different ways, And so, obviously, you have to battle with that adversity. I went in and threw a completion. It was pretty big. First time ever getting into a game, threw a pick. Things happen, you learn from it. I think that continuing to have that mindset of being a great teammate, staying ready for when my number's called, because you never know what can happen. You know what I mean? Never know what can happen. Always got to be ready. Got to be as ready to play as the number one guy is. And again, just relying on our teammates, relying on our coaching to be able to, move through any adversity.
A lot of preseason hype with this team. You talked about it at the start. Third in the preseason polls. SJSU's kind of always played with that underdog mentality in a sense. Kind of always been on the basement of things in the conference, but there's some real expectations with this team this year. Some may say that the schedule is favorable. I know you guys like to channel all that out. You guys are just go out there and deliver games. I mean, just talk to me about, what the ceiling of this group can really be.
Sure. They say the underdog thing, and I think that that's been our thing is we've kept that underdog mentality. No matter what the polls say, no matter how high up we are and how low we are, it doesn't matter. We keep coming to work, keep coming to work, and we keep on pushing as if we are going to be the underdogs, because we will never let ourselves get complacent, never rest on our laurels, because we know that we want the best. We want a championship. You know what I mean? That's what's coming to San Jose State, and to keep that mentality, we have to act as if we are the underdogs. Keep on pushing each other, keep on motivating each other. Doesn't matter where we're at in polls. All that matters is what's in this room, what's a part of our team.
Right on, man. There you have it. San Jose State quarterback Xavier Ward. Thanks for the time, man.
Absolutely.